A heart without a soul cannot beat. A heart that cannot beat turns to ice. The ice hides what once was until the soul comes calling again to awaken what lies beneath the frost.
Last time on Soul of Frost, our intrepid heroes found themselves in the cave, trying to figure out a way to get the Kanti-Ren out of the big-ass cave. And after some deliberation, we decided to basically just drag it out into the wilderness. Except the moment we had left the cave. Now, before I go any further, we should note that Bastion Parker was the first to exit the cave, and upon doing so, they found themselves in a wasteland, a white wasteland. The cave had disappeared, the forest was gone, snow all around. And after some time, the rest of us decided to follow suit with the bird in hand. I say in hand, more like with the bird in drag behind them. The bird was not wearing drag. The bird was being dragged.
Yeah.
I think that is excellent, and it is now canon that the bird was dressed in drag when we murdered. Actually, no.
That's true. That makes it the Kanti-Ren. Oh.
Damn.
Rip the
Kanti-Ren.
No.
Anyways, we found ourselves also in the wilderness, in the wasteland. And so both parties, just wandered around for a little bit, constructing shelter whenever they could. We were in there for about 3 or so days until finally we found civilization. But just before we could enter, we were set upon by Sabretooth raiders who wanted the bird and us. So now Thicket, Thub, and Wyatt have been captured, and Bastion does not know where any of them are. And that's where we left off.
I also exist about like a week in the past compared to them.
Yeah. In that case, yeah. So right now, as Colby just said, Thicket, Thub, and Wyatt have all been captured. They've been bound, blindfolded, gagged, or Wyatt at least has been gagged. The rest of them not. Thicket and Thub not gagged, but Wyatt has very much been gagged, gotten his ass beaten. And the three of you have been thrown on the backs of these saber-toothed tigers as the raiders take you who knows where. Now, let's see. I'm gonna have Colby Caldwell pick a d20.
Okay. Let's go with, I can see it in my mind's eye, number 8.
All right.
We're screwed.
Emma, how do we feel about 8?
8 has no notes for the 3 times we've used it.
Epic. Let's make some notes.
You don't want notes.
So, Thicket, something you notice as you're being dragged away. Well, you're not being dragged away, and it actually sounds like nothing is being dragged away. You don't hear. You would imagine if the Cuddy Wren was being dragged along with you, you would hear it crunching through the snow. But you don't. You don't hear anything being dragged along behind you.
Huh. And do I feel like I'm being dragged away?
You're on the back of a tiger. You're on the back of a tiger.
I see.
So you're not being dragged away. But also, it
No.
sounds like nothing is being dragged.
I can't help but notice that, are we leaving the bird?
The Sabretooth who is dragging you along does not respond.
Oi. The bird.
Those who have sight, can we see if we're dragging the bird?
So none of you have sight because you're all blindfolded.
Oh!
But you do at this point hear Thicket talking about the bird. Yeah, at this point, Thicket, the Sabretooth, whose tiger you're on, you hear him just say in broken common, "It is not necessary. We do not
Oh,
need
yes,
it.
it is necessary.
We do not need it.
Have you any idea what we went to get that bird? Or what it means to us?
It does not matter, traitor.
I'm coming back for that bird.
You are in no position to make those threats.
Oh, it's not a threat. It's a promise.
You are in no position to make such promises.
How about hopeful wishes?
Aye, hopeful wish.
Thub,
That'll do.
Thub, here's a question. A very important question. If I can find, there we go. So Thub, does a 25 hit?
Yes, the 25 does hit.
As you speak, you get punched in the gut. Shut
Yay.
up, colonizer.
Me?
So
Did that do any damage? Or
no,
like...
just emotional.
Oh. Okay. That feels worse.
I should also note that
So
occasionally
I lose a resolve point.
No. Wyatt, I should note that occasionally you just get punched in the gut for no reason.
Ooh.
That's life. Wyatt's just muffled. Just...
So,
Good times. Good times.
it feels like you're riding for hours at this point. Before finally you feel the tigers underneath you stop. You are all lifted off their backs and feel yourselves being crunched down into the snow. Your knees kicked out from under you so that you're forced into a kneeling position. Wyatt, you get clocked in the jaw for good measure.
Oh!
And at this point, all of your blindfolds are removed. And you see that you are now not just surrounded by 10 raiders, probably closer to 30. You appear to be at a camp of sorts. Excuse me. You appear to be at a camp of sorts. And before you, you see a somewhat familiar sight. A tall Sabretooth with a clawed gauntlet with a very large and spiked bow atop a very large Smilodon. He rides over, and you recognize that this is the man you saw after you were attacked on the shores after your fishing excursion.
Damn, it all ties back together.
So we have met at last. He pulls himself off the Smilodon and walks over. So I should note, Wyatt, you are still gagged.
Yeah.
Shut up. Tiny monster. You are lucky to still be breathing at all. Now, at this point, Thub and Wyatt, you actually would note the Cuddy Wren is nowhere to be seen.
Shit.
Huh.
It seems they simply did not bring the Cuddy Wren with them. My people tell me that you are an offering. I believe that to a certain extent, but I think there's more here. He walks over to Thicket. You, what is your name, blind man?
Thicket. Thicket of Crochel.
Well, that simply cannot be. So we will try this again. Who are you?
I'm the one that, killed the avatar of the Deep Green, along with your other offerings.
Some offerings.
Aye.
What offerings?
The ones here with us, these two. We were told we were offerings.
See. Well, to a certain extent, yes, you have killed them. Because you have brought them specifically to my attention. So I am very much most interested in you. They are scum. Plain and simple. But you, I do not know your story. I do not know your role within the traitors. So let me ask again. Who are you?
The keeper of the Soul of Frost.
you continue coming up with answers that are not satisfactory. I
And
know
what,
you are
what,
the
are- what are
keeper
you
of
expecting from me?
I know you are the keeper of the Soul of Frost. I can see it in your chest, and I know what it is. That is the whole reason I was interested in you in the first place.
I see. You know what I am? Annoyed. That's what I am.
You are in no position to be annoyed.
Huh? Well, you're certainly putting me in that position.
Ask one more time. Who are you? You are not from Crochel. That is simply not possible. So, I require an answer. Who are you?
Whoever you want me to be.
Wyatt and Thub, you both see as this Sabretooth just puts his hand up to his forehead, just somewhat exasperated. Wyatt, you get kicked from behind and fall face first in the snow. You almost immediately start getting frostbite.
Thub tackles.
Thub, you get punched in the back of the head.
Come on, I was on your side on that one.
Shut the fuck up!
Fun.
The big one removes his head from his hands. All right. Perhaps you will be a bit more motivated if I tell you a bit more about myself. I am Brokath. I am the last chief of the Sabretooth. You are in one of my camps.
You're the last of the last chief of the Sabretooths, you said.
That is me, yes. Our people once had a strong alliance before the foreigners came. The reason you are still alive and I have not simply taken what I want from you with force is because I wish to give you the chance to renew that alliance. Unfortunately, I cannot create an alliance with someone that I do not know. So I need you to tell me, who are you? Where are you from? You cannot be from Crochel. That is simply not possible.
There's a lot of impossible things that have happened here recently. But I can assure you, I used to be from Crochel. I went off to the woods one day, never returned. I was captured and taken to Yagwa. Come to find out, it's the ruins. And from where I stand, nary a year has passed. And yet when I was freed from that cave, they told me it had been decades. I am the last son of Crochel, just as you were the last chief of the Sabretooth. You and I are a lot more alike than you think.
Make a diplomacy check.
Yeah, that was well said.
It was indeed.
Better.
Unfortunately, I am not trained in diplomacy.
Oh no.
Oh no! You probably please, DM, be merciful.
You know what? For the sake of the roleplay, I will hero point that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I'm willing to give you an extra hero
What
point.
the fuck?
I'm willing to give you another hero point because that was really good.
Thank you.
Can yeah.
Oh my god!
At least it's a little bit better.
God damn it.
Can you imagine if you rolled a
For our
natural one?
listeners
If you
at
roll,
home,
I honestly
he rolled
would.
a 2, and a 7.
I really was expecting it to be another 2.
Beautiful.
There. One of those was a 27.
Unfortunately for you, the 16 is what we're going with.
God damn it.
You are either mad or telling me a truth that I cannot easily accept. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Well, let's get you inside, out of the snow. I think I can owe you that much. And a meal. How
Thank you.
long has it been since you've had a good hot meal?
Are we counting what that one made the other day? As I nod towards Thub.
I'm going to say no then. All right. He stands up, brings him to my tent. Yalnis! You are responsible for their guard. Do you understand, my child?
Yes.
Huh?
Whoa! Wait, what the fuck?
I will join you shortly. Keep them safe, get them fed. And don't beat the tiny one too much. I wish to have a crack myself later. And Chief Brokath of the Sabretooth walks away. His Smilodon growls at you before following. Yalnis,
Yeah, hi.
you have been involved in bringing these people out here in the first place. Frankly, that was not the usual interaction that your father has with any prisoners. You're very much used to them getting immediately scalped. So this is a bit of a new scenario for you and your fellow hunters. What are you thinking as these three are led along?
Probably that it would be a lot less fucking work if he had just killed them.
Probably. The three of you are brought into a warm tent. It seems that these Sabretooth tents are very well insulated against the elements, as it is currently still snowing outside, and you don't even feel a breeze, even though you can still feel the crunch of snow underneath your feet. There is a decently crafted bench of some kind against one of the tent walls. You are all sat down against it. Yalnus, one of the other hunters, turns to you and says, "Alright, I will get the food, I suppose. Do you want anything?
No.
You sure? The shaman found a goat earlier. You know how good the goat stew is?
Bring me a bull.
Excellent." And the hunter exits, leaving you alone with your prisoners. I should note that whole conversation was in Sabretooth. So, Yalnus, you are left alone with these 3 creatures. A traitor, an invader, and a tiny monster. And Wyatt and Thub, this is who you see. Currently guarding you.
Oh, okay.
Relatively short for a Sabretooth, only 6'1". Most of them
Runt of the
are
litter.
most
What
of
can
them
I
are
say?
coming closer to 7 foot.
Yeah.
So, what do you do?
We're still tied up, right?
Oh yeah, you're still tied up.
Yep.
Wyatt is still gagged.
Mm-mm.
Would you please stop with the mumbling?
Mm-hmm.
That's more of the mumbling. What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go over and cuff him behind the head.
You do just that. Wyatt, it hurts.
Yeah, I imagine it does.
The others aren't gagged, right?
Correct.
You, I understand. I point at Wyatt. And you, I understand. But you, I point at Thub. Why do you come to a place like this?
Thub, do you have an answer?
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that? I couldn't really hear.
Bruh.
My audio, I'm not even kidding you. However bad my audio sounds to you guys, it sounds the same to me. It's not good.
Your
anyways,
Sabretooth
what was it?
captor has asked why someone like you would come to a frozen wasteland.
I have my reasons.
They don't say anything to that, they just watch them suspiciously.
As you should.
How long till I think that they're gonna come back with the food?
Probably a few more minutes. Honestly,
Yeah,
when it comes to drinking the shaman, it could be an hour, it could be a year. He's very
I'm going
particular.
to approach Thicket. I'm just going to extend one claw and try and put it in the seam of where the Soul of Frost is, just to see if I can get any leverage.
As you try to put your claw in, it definitely seems like there's a little bit of give, but it's not going to be easy to get this out. It seems very much embedded into this man's chest.
You're not going to want to do that.
And what will happen if I do?
Not a damn clue. Isn't that funny?
You are boring captives. Don't you want to beg for your lives, or
Actually, you know what?
Confess.
You know what? Why don't you go right ahead? Give it a try. See what happens.
At this point,
Okay.
the Sabretooth from before, a hunter named Kriker, comes back in with a platter full of bowls of soup. Or stew, not soup. Sorry.
Soup.
All right.
Riker, help me feed the little one so we can regag him before he can speak.
I think not. I think he
No?
does not need food. After all he has done, I think not.
Water said to feed them. That
Right.
includes the little monster.
If the bowl is empty when he comes in, then how is he supposed to know?
Do you want to hold his head or hold the bowl?
Roll an intimidation check.
Yeah, apparently I'm not very intimidating.
I mean, you are
Gosh.
short, right? You're technically the shortest one, so.
Okay, that's an 18, I think.
An 18, yes
Yep.
it is. Yeah, I will note this other guy is like nearing 7'1". So he's almost a full foot taller than Yalnis.
Does Yalnis have like self-image issues because she's the shortest one technically?
Anyways,
Yes, that's something. Sorry, that's something for Emma to figure out.
I have no idea. I learned about this character's existence this morning.
Oh.
Oh. The
All
truth
right.
comes out.
I didn't
Ooh,
know
okay.
the name or the class until we started, so...
Just a random DM. Here's your character.
Literally,
Yes.
he texted me, "You're
Yup.
not playing Bastion?"
so
So now
That's
I'm this.
actually incredible. That is actually incredible.
Yalnis, you see as Kriker's face just turns to disappointment. I will hold the bowl.
Yay. I turn to the others in common. My apologies. You will have to wait. I'm going to walk over to behind Wyatt and be ready to pull the gag out of his mouth as soon as Kriker is set with the bowl.
Kriker places the tray down on a nearby table, picks up the bowl, doesn't pick up a spoon, and walks
Nor
over.
would I expect him to.
Walks over to where you and Wyatt are.
Ready?
Gives you a nod.
I pull the gag out of his mouth.
Wyatt, the gag is pulled from your mouth. Finally,
Okay.
after several hours, the horrible metallic taste of blood leaves your mouth.
I guess word of death. No, I don't have anything to do that. I just.
And almost immediately, a bowl of stew is just dumped into your face. Some of it gets in your mouth.
You guys don't have fucking spoons here?
We do.
You lost the right to a spoon when you colonized our land.
That's not my fault. I just got here.
What do you think a colonizer is? They are people who just got here.
Yeah, you guys like refugees?
It is scalding hot. Stu.
Ah! Yeah.
At this point, the stew bowl is emptied. Wyatt, you've maybe gotten one chunk of meat
Ah.
in your mouth.
As soon as I know that he's caught his breath and isn't gonna like immediately suffocate if I stuff the rag back in, I stuff the rag back in.
The rag has been stuffed back in.
All right, now are the others' hands
God.
bound?
Yes.
I suppose we will have to spoon feed them.
Well, there's also 2 of us. And we are armed.
I suppose that is true. One at a time, or both together?
I feel as though 1 at a time is fair.
Which of you wants to eat the most?
I do.
The lizard gets the first soup.
Right then.
I'm going to unbind his hands as Cracker brings over. the bowl.
Riker walks over to towards Thub, holding the bowl with a spoon. Takes the spoon, skims it through the stew, pulls out a large chunk of meat, and eats it himself.
You could have gotten your own stew.
Riker repeats the process until there is nothing but liquid in the bowl, then hands the bowl to Thub.
Sorry, buddy. Guess you're
I
getting broth.
drink- I
Thub, you-
drink some soup.
You drink some, not even soup, stew.
Oh, stew. I
It's
said
it's
soup.
it's stew.
Oh no.
So it's all of the good stuff has been taken out. It's now just the broth of this stew. This man just
Well,
ate
that's-
all of the meat in front of you. He's basically handed you a bowl of salted water and said, "Eat it, dipshit."
Mmm.
Yum yum good.
Thub gives him the dirtiest look of all time.
If you
Drink
do not
up.
want the stew, we can take it away.
Thub keeps his dirty look as he drinks the soup.
And you know what, Thub? It's pretty decent stew broth. It's pretty. It's, you know, as far as stew broth goes, it's probably around, maybe not quite as good as something you could make, but it's pretty decent. It's getting close.
All right. Once they've finished eating, I will rebind their hands.
Thub, do you allow yourself to be rebound?
Sure.
All right.
He knows he doesn't. Thub knows he has no leverage currently.
Then, guess I'm gonna unbind Thicket's hands.
Get your hands are unbound.
Thank you. Now, could I have some stew?
Riker.
Riker brings over a bowl and a spoon and hands them to Thicket.
Thank you.
More than you deserve. Thicket, do you eat the stew?
Of course I eat the stew. I'm not gonna let food go to waste.
And you know what? It's pretty decent stew. Reminds me a lot of the stew you used to have as a kid, actually. Back in the day when, you know, the Sabretooth traders would come in. Because back in the day, they were the Sabretooth traders, not the Sabretooth raiders. And they used to come by Crucial every once in a while, and there'd be a big old potluck feast in the village. You're pretty sure that this kind of stew was a dish frequently brought to those potlucks. A little nostalgic for you.
You know, this reminds me of the stew that the Sabretooth traders would bring to me home.
What do I know of, like, the time when we were traders, not raiders?
Well, you know that you had not quite been born yet. You were born sort of at that turn. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a society check? Either a society or a Salter lore.
Let's go with Salter.
Ooh.
Well, that's a 14.
So, your father has kept things fairly quiet. So you've mostly learned from your grandmother. And the other shamans by extension occasionally. And even they kept details fairly sparse. But you do know that there was a war. A very big war between the invaders and your people and the Nantan. And, you know, because your people have pretty much always been nomadic, they took up hit and run tactics. That's pretty much everything you know about the transition from trader to raider. But you also, pretty much, you just know that your people in the Nantan were on very good terms for a vast majority of your people's histories. Like, there'd be the occasional disagreement, there'd be the occasional skirmish, but for the most part, y'all got along. Neighbors, friends, sometimes tribes would even merge together. But
that was before my time.
Thicket, the stew is still very good.
This soup is very good. So, what do you know of Groschel, if I may ask?
What do I know of Grosham?
You know, you've maybe heard your father mention it once or twice. And really racking your brain from when you were very young, when you were just a cub, you think you maybe remember your mother mentioning it once or twice? But your father always almost immediately changing the conversation whenever it would come up. So you don't really know much of anything. Even your grandmother steered clear of that subject matter.
We do not speak of it. Why? I do not know.
I see.
Is he done with his soup?
I think so. Probably.
Yeah.
And I will take the bowl away, hand it to Cracker, and rebind his hands.
Thicket, do you allow yourself to be rebound?
Yeah.
The age-old question.
Oh, I said
Thicket
yes.
just breaks out. He
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said it very sadly.
Yeah.
So, yes, Thicket, you are rebound. And before long, two people enter the tent. One is the chief, Chief Brokath. The other is a shirtless Sabretooth. Looks significantly older, very long beard. And redder fur than the rest of them. And he appears to be holding some sort of a staff made of ice. In one hand, and in the other hand, he's holding a familiar looking crystal. Energy glows from within, as it seems as though ice encases it.
From that guy who
Dude.
bombed us.
Oh. Do I feel any familiar energy
Familiar energy?
from the crystal?
Oh. Well, you know that you've been blown up by a few. You can very much feel that.
Is this the crystal that blew us up?
The intuitive this one is.
My brains are what I'm known for.
Very much proves that drinking is still a good shot. Cracker, you may leave us. Cracker nods and leaves. Brokath turns to you, Giannis. My child, do you wish to stay and witness this? Or do you wish
Yes.
to step? Good. That was the correct answer. All right. Please, close the tent. We need some privacy for this.
We'll close the tent.
Giannis, you close the tent. And you are all enveloped in darkness as the daylight is disappeared entirely. Somehow, there is no light coming into this tent at all now that the flaps have been closed. The only light comes from that ice crystal, which begins to glow brighter. Illuminates just enough of the space to where you can all see each other relatively clearly. Brokath and the shaman, who you've come to understand is named Drinkin, both sit down cross-legged on the ground. Brokath removes his claw gauntlets and places them next to him on the ground. Yalnis, if you would please unbind our captives here, and you may remove the gag from the tiny monster.
I unbind them, starting with Thicket and ending with removing the gag from Wyatt.
You have all been unbound and ungagged. Brokath motions to the ground in front of him. If you would please. We have discussions to be made. Do the three of you move to the ground?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's their house.
You move to the ground, sit cross-legged. Something I should note is that none of your gear has been taken from you. None of your gear, none of your weapons have been taken from you. All right. So, let us discuss what is going to happen here. What do you want out of this interaction?
Is it a bad time for a joke? I whisper over to Thicket.
Probably,
Ah,
yes.
yeah. Might be. We're hoping to, I suppose, first of all, figure out, what it is you want from us. And then second of all, leave with our lives.
Well, one of those is significantly easier to answer than the other. What I want, well, more what I need, is that. And he points to the soul of frost in your chest.
Might be an issue.
Well, that is the thing. I need its power. And that sort of brings into the conversation the second of your requests, to leave with your lives. If you are to keep your life. Thicket, is that what you said your name was?
Hey.
If you are to keep your life, while giving me what I need, then you must join us. Join our cause.
And what cause is that?
The cause of freedom for both our peoples. Freedom from these invaders. They've taken our homes, taken our land, they've slaughtered our people. And while your people, in particular, seem to have made peace with that reality, I cannot. I have lost far too much. We have lost far too much. Like I said before, I am the last chief. And I shouldn't even be chief. Everyone else who was even somewhat qualified was killed, hunted down by his people. And he points to Wyatt.
Oh, come on, I'm a straw man again.
Did he say that out loud?
I did, yeah.
And
So, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
no, continue.
No. I wish to hear your thoughts first.
You're enlisting his help,
No.
right?
No. If you were
Then,
to join us,
Mm-hmm.
then your friends here, they would be allowed their lives. They would be allowed to leave. It would not matter in the long run. You are the only
There
one
is,
who will be required to stay.
There was an issue with that. Being, the soul being embedded in me chest.
Right, that is why we wish
It,
for you to join us willingly.
Well, it does things to me blood. That, well, so far he's the only one that's figured out how to help me. This doctor.
Make a deception check.
27.
Oh my gosh. You just saved Wyatt's life, I think.
Brokath raises an eyebrow. And what skills does he have? Does it allow him to do this?
He's a doctor, as I said. More than that, he's a cleric. He's fixed me up more times than I can count in battle. Out of battle as well. Dealing with this thing I've got stuck to me. He's invaluable. He knows the divine.
Well, that is a slight problem. As there is no way for us to keep someone like him here safely. So, I suppose he will have to teach my shaman here. Before he is released.
Does that work for you? He says to Wyatt.
No offense, but if I'm gonna teach this guy, I basically use my thumb to point at him from behind my back. That's gonna take a long, long time.
We can wait.
Oh, I'm certain. I don't think you can.
What is that?
Well, there's around 4 years to cram in there, and do you have 4 years? 4 years, 6 years in experience.
I know for a fact that you do not know each other for that long.
Well, still, there's a little bit of, medical history behind it. I can't expect you to, what is it called? Do a little acrobatic fucking dance right now, because you don't have the training for it. Unless you can do a fucking handstand, then I'm probably fucking dead.
Yalnis is like gonna stand up, like ready to go hit him.
Yalnis, please.
Yalnis sits back down.
He is simply proving that he is the embodiment of his people. You offer them something, and they try to take 8 miles in return. And make it your fault that they are making demands. So,
Look, you need this guy. I point over to him. I point over to Thicket. Look, you guys fucking need him to overthrow me, alright?
not quite.
And
not
I'll be
quite.
very honest. I'll be very honest, alright? I'm not in good relations to my fellow short people here, alright? They're all trying to fuck me over too. So I'm pretty sure we're all a mixed package right now.
Make a diplomacy check.
Alright. Diplomacy check. Alright, let's do this. You guys do not want to know what my modifier is. Do I have any feats that can help me on this? Hold on. Let me check.
You're telling me Wyatt Painboy Hyena Barrel wasn't built for diplomacy?
He is not, surprisingly.
Who swears
With
at
the-
his
Whoa.
goddess every day, all
with
day?
the background of back alley doctor too. Let's see. It's the best you get, 15. Wait, it's a check, right?
Yes.
Do I have this? Did I fail this? Did I fail this check?
I would say so, yes.
I'm gonna burned my halfling luck of the day.
Okay.
Re-roll that. Even though I rolled really good, I'm just gonna re-roll that still.
Okay.
Alright, this is gonna end so badly.
Yes, it did.
Oh, it
That
did!
is
10!
so much
No!
worse.
That
I
was
know,
so
bro.
much worse! That's a crit fail now.
Listen. I do not need him. I need the stone, and if it comes with him, then that is a bonus. That is the preferred outcome, frankly. However, I do not need the man attached to the stone. So, if you are telling the truth, and there is a blood condition that only you can treat, either you teach my people how to treat it, and then you are released, or you are released, and your friend slowly dies of blood poisoning.
Oh my gosh, how do we get rid of racist furries? Episode title. Justifiably racist furries.
So what is your decision, small man?
I can try teaching, no guarantees.
Alright then. You will stay until your job is done. Assuming, of course, that this deal does in fact pan out. Alright. So does this mean that you are joining us? Thicket. You're joining our cause?
Don't suppose I have much choice then.
Oh, you have all the choice in the world.
Then yes, I will join your cause.
That was the right choice. I promise we will be significantly more honest with you than Brave Walker ever was. That man. I've never met anyone quite like him. Alright. Then in that case, he turns to Thub. Congratulations. You have been granted your freedom.
Yay. Exciting.
Indeed. Yalnus, if you would please take this one to another tent to get him prepared, get him some rations.
I stand up. I stand behind him, and I guide him away.
Thub, you are guided outside back into the cold. And Yalnus, you bring this strange lizard man into another tent. There's a number of other raiders in this tent. We'll look at you. Raised eyebrows.
In Sabretooth, I'll say, he is being released.
He said some. All right. What is the chief's orders?
Give him rations.
All right. We will take it from here, then.
I'm going to stay as they outfit him, I think.
They seem to be waiting for you to leave.
That's why I don't trust it. What are you waiting for?
You may return to your father. You have business to attend to, yes?
Yes. I'm going to go out and then I'm going to wait by the tent door just to see if I hear anything.
So, Thub, as you are left alone in this room with these raiders, one of them picks up a bag from the ground, throws it into your hands.
Uh-huh.
So your supplies.
My what?
Your supplies.
Oh, thank you.
You open the bag.
Yes.
You open the bag, and inside are the bloody scalps of several people. Very fresh. Blood is frozen a little bit, but still fairly fresh.
Logistical question. I'm assuming those aren't. Those aren't real supplies that we would give? What are they?
No.
Oh, I thought you guys actually ate hair and scalps. That was
No,
like a delicacy, you know?
Yalnus, your people, you have real rations, real food.
I figured.
Yeah. Your people are many things, but cannibals are not one of them.
You people?
I said your
good?
people.
You people. You people.
Well, I guess I don't really hear that. I just hear that they give them
Mm-hmm.
a bag.
Thub, do you have a response to being thrown a bag full of scalps?
Where did you get these?
We are very efficient hunters. Do you
What?
not like them?
I don't know how to respond to that. I feel like if I say yes, you'll be put off. But if I say no, you'll get mad at me.
Whatever do you mean? I simply wish to know if you like your supplies. If they are enough for you to subsist on until you find your way to safety and civilization.
Okay.
So what is your answer?
Thank you.
Good. No, go before we change our minds.
Oh, okie dokie.
Giannis is gonna walk back
So-
into the tent.
Thub doesn't like really run away or like he just kind of speed walks away and just like periodically darts his head back to check if anyone's following him or like
Does he-
still staring at him.
Does he walk past Giannis?
Yes.
Yes, I guess so.
Well, no, you can. Sorry. I assumed that's what you were saying you were doing. So is that what you're doing?
I suppose so.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop him and put a hand on their scaled form. What did they give you?
We gave them rations. Plenty to subsist on.
Let me see the rations.
Thub, do you let Yelena see the rations?
Sure. I just kind of go, okay, here you go. And I like hand her the bag or I hand her or I show her.
Yelnis, you are handed the bag, and inside you see standard rations. Standard
Take
cured
one.
meats.
Take one out and inspect it.
Thub, you watch as Yelnis takes one of these scalps out of the bag. Still with plenty of hair on it, blood dripping off. Yelnis, you
Sure, why
inspect
not?
it. It looks to be just a standard piece of cured goat meat.
I'm just gonna try it.
I replace the goat meat in the bag.
Do just that. It's
And
funny.
I'll return it.
This meat has a strange residue on it that it leaves behind on your hand.
Jacob, are you awake?
What
Yes.
Yes.
preservative
Okay.
did you use on this goat?
As they are fresh, we did not have time to fully cure everything before, it was needed. It's
We had
fine.
nothing already cured?
Well, we do, but we need those. And this one is only a few days away from civilization, from the people. So, this should be plenty.
We can cure this a few days more. Give him properly cured.
Right. This is perfectly acceptable.
Because the chief said to treat him well. To send him on his way. He is not an enemy. Give him proper food.
Make a diplomacy check.
And I don't know if I'm trained in that either. No, of course I'm not. That's a 13.
You may be the chief's child, but you do not give us the orders. We have provided supplies, enough for this one to get to safety. Or not. It does not matter. They are an invader. Frankly, they do not deserve to live.
Fine.
So the fact that we are letting them go at all,
I said, fine. I give Thub their bag.
the bag of scalps is returned to you.
Yippee.
So,
No
Wellness,
comment on it at all. Just
do you allow Thub to leave?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking Yalnus. Yes, Thub. Is Thub allowed to leave?
No.
I mean, can you repeat the direct instructions from my father? It was make sure that they have rations.
Make sure they are supplied.
Do you need anything else? You, lizard. Do you need anything else?
No. I mean, food, I guess. Like, they did, I don't think they really gave me any of that, and I shuffle through the scalps to check if they gave me any actual food.
It's just scalps.
Scout. Just,
Oh, yeah.
just scout.
What?
There's gotta be
What
like
foods?
at least 15 scalps in here.
Oh,
What?
just at least 15 scalps.
What food?
Yeah, I don't really like scalps. The
Scalps.
texture is a little weird.
What foods do your people eat? This is goat. Yes, goat. I look to the others in the tent.
They all
Goat.
nod that it's goat.
You have been given goat. Not the best goat, and I am sorry for that, but goat.
Yeah, so some food would be nice.
I'm gonna take Thub back to the tent with my father.
Okay. We will now cut back to what has been going on in that tent this whole time.
Oh gosh.
As the tent flaps close behind Thub and Yalnus, Brokath breathes out a heavy sigh. Alright. One more time. Who are you, Thicket? Tell me your name, tell me where you're from, which tribe you are of.
Was that towards Thicket?
Yes.
I am Thicket, last son of Croshel, bearer of the soul of frost, and I suppose I'm now a member of the Sabretooth tribe. Now I'm here to assist you in your goals. To get this thing out me chest.
Rankin, please take this one. The small one, please take him and begin the training practice of whatever this blood treatment is. We do not need the light. You may take it with you. The shaman nods and motions to Wyatt to come with.
Okay, I guess I have to go. Thicket. they try and kill you, just scream, and I'll also scream if they try and kill me.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Great plan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I start screaming, that means they're gonna kill me, and they're probably gonna kill you next.
I'm not going to kill you.
Ah, thank you.
Not yet. Not unless you provoke us.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It is more than you deserve. No go.
Thank you. I also appreciate that as well. Less so.
So, you are silently led out by this shaman, who does not speak a word to you the entire time, as you are led to another tent, inside which is a few things. There appear to be some, like, collapsible shelves. There appear to be more of these crystals, these ice crystals. There appear to be these strange dolls, almost made with animal parts, and you could swear you see them moving to look at you. But most prominently, in the center of this tent is a large rippling orb of energy.
Uh-oh. Do I recognize what kind of orb this is?
Make a recall knowledge check of your choice.
Recall knowledge check of my choice. What the hell could this be? I'm gonna try to do a religion check. See, this is a religious artifact. 23.
23. This is no artifact you've ever heard of.
All right. Fuck.
This
what the hell's that
appears
thing?
to be just an orb of just magic. You're not really sure what's happening.
What the hell's is that, Finn?
The shaman does not respond.
Yeah, makes sense.
The shaman closes the tent, silently motions for you to sit. You sit?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. You sit, and as you do, the shaman has your bag in his hand somehow.
Oh.
And he rifles through it, pulling out your healer's tools before putting the bag down, sitting down across from you, spreading out your healer's tools, motions to them.
You used these before?
No response.
I need to get a baseline for how to train this guy on Thicket's. I say this out of character. Wyatt really thinks about this. He's like, okay, blood diseases. How do I delay this for as long as possible so Thicket doesn't get caught in a lie? And I gotta figure the fuck this out. And I'm like, Wyatt is praying really quickly. Cersei's not answering him, and he's just gonna point to, I believe, a scalpel first, and he's gonna point at it, and he points to the shaman and points to himself, and like try and attempt to see if he knows what this is. Just go for each of the tools and see if he knows what each one is.
Does
he nod?
As you go through each of the tools, the shaman makes no motion, just follows your hands with his eyes.
Okay.
You also realize you don't think you've ever seen this shaman blink.
Right. Wyatt mentally screams as loud as he can and see if the shaman reacts.
No reaction.
Okay. Alright. you need to tell me how much fucking medical knowledge you know, or like we have a spectrum, all right, and the spectrum goes to I know how to do unmagical surgery on someone, and I wave a few bones around, the surgery completes itself. All right, we need to find on what side of the spectrum you're on that, on what side of the spectrum of healing magic you're on, okay? Non-magical healing magic or the magical healing magic, because to tackle a blood disease like this, you need to it's either on one side or the other side, and you can't really get in between, except you can get in between sometimes, and then Wyatt just tries to explain medically, like a medical filibuster, essentially, as well as he can from his back alley doctor narrative. Do I have a feat for this? I will pull every single archetype feat from medic dedication, doctor's visitation, to battle medicine, tree condition, and my favorite risky surgery, and try and just filibuster his way out of this. Can I medicine check this just to see how much random bullshit he can pull out of his medical knowledge? Yeah, okay.
Sure, why not?
All right. 23.
So yeah, you pull a lot of random bullshit out of your medical knowledge. You
The human anatomy comprises a consideration, very structured like a human organism.
You start talking about like mitochondria and all that shit, and like you start going through basically everything you know about blood.
Right.
And notably, you don't at any point mention Thicket's blood disease, because Thicket does not have a blood disease that you're aware of.
I think the funniest thing, Wyatt's gonna have thought back, I was like, oh my god, does Thicket actually have a blood disease? I didn't fucking know about it. He's gaslighting himself into this.
Now the entire time, the shaman is just staring, watching. No movement, no expressions, no sounds. As you complete what you're saying, the shaman stands, walks over to one of the foldable like cabinets, pulls out a rolled up animal skin, it looks like. Rolls it out on the ground so it's flat, and lies down on his back, arms crossed over his chest. You think he might be asleep.
Uh-oh. Does Wyatt know? Can Wyatt do an insight check and see what this means? Do I have his trust? Is he trying to tell me to sleep as well for some weird dream magic?
You have absolutely no idea.
All right. Guess intro to humanoid anatomy is delayed for student behavior. All right. Cool. Misattendance on class number 1. Nice. Yup. Ah, fuck. Just Wyatt just sits there and just meditates, I guess.
And as Wyatt tries to process what the fuck is going on, we will cut back now to Thicket and Brokoff, as the two of you are left in the dark, which of course has no thank you, Jacob's Instagram Reels, which has absolutely no bearing on Thicket's ability to see, because he's blind.
I love Instagram Reels.
Now, as Wyatt is let out, Brokoff waits a few moments before saying, what do you know about what happened to Crochet?
I know that it's called Yugwell now, and it's inhabited by zombies. Think it might have something to do with wind, but
Is what?
the good wind.
Was this god?
It's out of character. Wend is the mother of monsters, right?
Yes.
The mother of monsters. We fought her avatar, or something that was trying to be her avatar. But I know that Crochet was my home, and then I got lost in the woods, and now it doesn't exist anymore.
Fortunately, your memory is flawed. I know what happened to Grosh. I was there that day. I was there the day that everything went wrong. You are correct in one aspect. Crochel is gone. Turned into that place. Long ago, my father was a major trader with the people of Crochel. Very good friends with their chief. And by extension, when I came of old enough to
Accompany my father there on these trading journeys.
I became close with the chief's son. A boy. Very kind-hearted boy. Something strange about Crochel that we always sort of chose to ignore was their strange insistence on this spirit residing within their hot springs.
Aye, the Guardian.
No other non-ton we ever spoke to had any idea what they were talking about.
It's
To their
a
knowledge, there was no guardian. And yet, the people of Crochel had developed this whole culture, this whole
Religion almost surrounding this guardian.
worshipping them. As if they were truly convinced that their spirit was real. And this boy was being trained to become one of the new priests when he got older. As his older sister was meant to actually take over the mantle of chief. Now this boy, over the years, I've watched as he grew more and more indoctrinated by these fanatics of this guardian. And he always told me that he could almost see the guardian within the steam of the springs. I never understood very well. I was a child. One day, I was much older. I went on the journey without my father. He was getting older himself, I took over his business, his work. I returned to Crochel. Met with the chief. We had a standard celebration banquet amongst all the people, and I saw my friend once again for the first time in a while. And that night he told me that he could hear the Guardian calling to him. This was unusual to me, to an extent, as, his people worshipped this Guardian and were convinced he was real. They never claimed to actually be speaking with or communing with this Guardian, so much as they were trying to channel their respect. But I just assumed that there was something I wasn't entirely aware of. This was a younger man. I had known him for so long, and he'd never caused so much trouble. So I ignored it. That night I awoke in my tent to madness surrounding me. The entire village was on fire. Rock spewed from the ground, molten and solid at the same time, burning the people, turning them to stone, freezing them solid, drowning them in their own spit and blood. I barely made it out with my life. But as I did, do you know what I saw?
What did you see?
I saw my friend. His eyes burning, white hot, with some sort of power. Surrounded by this being of fire and rock. My friend was gone. Crochel was gone. I barely escaped with my life.
Your friend. What was his name?
I never thought I'd see him again. Until he was brought to me by my own child, having not aged a day. I don't know what happened to you. I don't know what you saw. I don't know what your chief brave walker told you about your past. I don't know what your memories were. There were no woods around Crochel. There have never been trees anywhere here other than the hollow wood itself. Your memories are false, my old friend.
Why should I believe you? How do I know you're not just trying to manipulate me?
I suppose you have no reason to believe me.
I know.
Thicket, you hear, at least you think you hear, a tear fall down to the snow. I have said my piece.
I can prove to you that it's real. That all of it's real. The Guardian is here with me.
There is no guardian.
There is.
There was never a guardian.
He's been keeping me alive this entire time.
Thicket. There is no guardian.
Are we, I forgot, are we in a tent currently?
Yes, yes.
Let's go outside. I'll show you the Guardian.
There is no guardian. It was all a lie.
You're so adamant that it's a lie, then I ask you. What is bound to me?
Death. Death is bound to you.
Can I detect anything from Cranberry right now?
Make a cranberry lore check.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
Oh god.
We love it.
I have my hero point if you need it.
I'm actually gonna take this because I think that failing here is very interesting.
Ooh.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, Thicket, as you try to focus in on Cranberry, you're not getting anything out of him. You can feel that he's there, at least you think you do, but you're not getting anything out of him. Cranberry is utterly silent.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because
What have you to gain?
What I have to gain. Then, what I have to gain, hopefully, is my friend back. Someone I can trust. Someone who will help to free both our peoples. And the Soul of Frost is how we will do it.
Show me how.
I will. But it has been a long day. You need rest. I will leave you. There is a set of furs here that you may sleep on. You will find it comfortable. I have much to think about.
Thank you. And I think it's gonna stand up and make his way to the door of the tent. But before he leaves, he's going to ask, tell me again, what was your name?
Brokoff.
It's nice to meet you, Brokoff.
It is good to meet you again. Thicket.
And Thicket exits.
All right. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
I'm frightened.
Holy moly. I am spooked.
So, Thub, how are you feeling?
Thub feels a little, still pretty dumbfounded by the scalps, to be honest. He's just like, why scalps? And like, why did they say that these are my supplies? These are obviously not my supplies. I just
Hey, it's
like,
the
what is
element.
happening?
It's the element of supplies.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I hate you so
Oh,
much.
God damn it! That's it. That's it. I'm scheduling your public execution.
No.
How does Wyatt feel?
He's very concerned about the fact that the shaman isn't paying attention, and he's not gonna vouch for me. If when push comes to shove, and I'm basically fucked, and we're all kind of fucked right now. And also, there is a specific Bastion Parker stuck in the middle of the wilderness right now, hiking in the past, and he is very worried about the one member of the party he cannot directly heal in emergency right now.
I
Fair
love
enough.
that I kind of just roped him into a lie that he now has to live.
I like that you didn't consider Thub at all. You said,
well,
fuck
thank you
that
for
guy.
Look, he's not the one who is like a historical enemy to these guys.
Oh no.
And
I also like that, technically speaking, we all went to murder the Cuddy Wren to become legally members of the Nantan,
yep.
and didn't even try that as a defense.
I'm gonna be so honest, like I forgot.
And Yalnus, how are you feeling?
Dude, this is so fucking weird. They just wish that we had killed everybody and left it for a day, because now you got like a weird dragon person talking about like a bag of scalps. Like,
I also want to be very clear. Yalnus, from your perspective, those 100% were not scalps.
oh, I understand. Like, I understand they're not the highest quality of supplies we could have given them, but it feels a little dramatic to call them scalps.
Hey, scallops. They're shellfish.
And Thicket, how are you feeling?
I would just like Thicket to go maybe like a single week without having an existential crisis. But I think we're past the point of no return for that.
But you're
Yeah,
the
that's a lot to
existential
ask.
crisis boy. That's why we hired you.
Yay! Yeah, that's kind of an insane lore drop.
Thicket, it's time for your weekly existential crisis.
Yes, dear.
Thicket, it's time for you to meet your childhood best friend.
Who's now like 30 years older than you.
And has a child your age.
And has also killed several people.
Oh man, this is real awkward.
And how are we all feeling as players?
Pretty-
Wow.
pretty-
What the hell?
Pretty, what the fuck? Pretty confuzzled, pretty intrigued.
Yeah.
I still
Pretty,
don't think I know who Yalnus is.
I definitely don't know who Yalnus is.
Fair.
Who is he? Who is he?
Yalnus is the chief's child.
Yeah. I guess we'll find
Now-
out more.
Next time,
Next time
we will revisit
on Imillon.
Bastion Parker, and none of you will be playing your own characters.
At least you
Wait,
get a decent
what?
heads up.
Except for
what?
Emma.
Okay.
Emma will be playing Bastion.
Interesting. I will be playing Cranberry.
Oh no. Oh no, you won't.
I will be playing.
I'll-
Think about which organs you'd rather be.
Oh! Oh my
Oh.
gosh!
Which organs?
Oh.
I'm sorry?
We're playing Disco Elysium. No.
Is this Disco Elysium?
We want to give a special shout out to our first member on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support, Jane. It really means the world.